Alright guys, so video number 2, this is another way of 3D modeling using the computer. So the first thing I'm going to show you, this is the design. It's 40 by 30 pine or jarrah, it doesn't really matter. We don't need to draw the joint types in this one, but these are the dimensions. So it's 450 high, 390 across. The first step is 230 high, and we come in 160. And then another 220 high, and the top bit's 230 across. So it's fairly easy. I've got a diagram here so I can use that as I draw it. So what you'll need to do is go to TinkerCAD.com and you will sign up with your school email and the easiest possible password to remember. I'm going to log in. I'm an educator. And that's me. I'm going to log in because I've already signed up for it before. And I'm not entirely sure what your screen will look like, but what I want to do is some 3D designing. So I'm going to start tinkering. And I just want a new project. Here we go, new design, 3D design. And we'll wait for it to load. All right, so what I'm making is quite big. This is really for younger students for 3D printing. And this workplace is probably too small. So I go into settings, it's 200 by 200, so it's that square. So I need to make it bigger to fit my object. I'm going to make it 600 by 600. And that's good, and I'll just make that my defaults. So now my workspace is much bigger here. All right, so I'm just going to create the back leg. So I'm going to grab a cube. I'm going to chuck it there. I can zoom in with my scroll wheel. I can change the length, width, and height over here. So I can go, I want it 40 long, 30 wide, and 450 high. Gotta make it high, 450. It doesn't want to go higher. So I'm gonna have to make it higher. There we go, we'll go 450. There we go, that's 450 high. Now I like that, and I want to copy it. So I go duplicates, and then I should be able to just move it across. There we go. Where are we going? And how far across are we going to go? I think I've got to go, say 400. So if I go 0 and 400, there, done. So they're my first two legs. And if I hold my right mouse button, I can zoom that way. If I hold my scroll wheel, I can change it. Yeah. I can select, if I hold the Shift key, I can select both of them, and then I can move both of them, maybe. Shift. There we go. I don't want to change those dimensions. I'll stuff it. I'm just going to leave it there. I think I'll leave it. All right, so now what I need is I need another so I'm going to put my workspace here. Is that one there? Oh, yeah, there it is. And I need another cube. It's got to go right there, right on that very edge. See, if I click on that, I should be able to zoom in on that one. How do I zoom in on that? I haven't used this website in a while. Oh, home. Home? No. There we go. So if there we go. So now I can move this one to fit, and then I can stretch this out. And I can stretch this one down to 30 mils. I can go, actually, I want this one to be 340. Let's see if that works. Oh, not quite enough. So I might just go ahead and, oh, what did I do there? I'm going to put that work plane back there. So I actually find AutoCAD to be quite a bit easier to use. Oh, it looks like we're almost there. Almost, but not quite. Gee, this is a bit bigger than Ben Hur, isn't it? Okay, so we finally have that bit done. All right, now I want to duplicate these. So I've got that one, that one. I'm going to duplicate them and move them down this way. And I want to move them down, well, 0 that way. And how far? 390 mils. Actually, it won't be 390. It'll be 350 because I have to take off the 40. All right, there we go. But they're too high. So they need to be 230. That's not 230. Just go 230. Enter. And this one here. Oh. So by now you should be able to see why I prefer AutoCAD. Enter. And they are the right heights. There. Okay. Now I'm going to put my workspace here. I'm going to zoom on in there. No, I wanted my workspace here. No, okay. And I'm going to chuck another cube here. Are we touching? Looks like we're touching. Are we lined up? Oh, we're close, but we're not quite. And it's a bit of a pig. Okay. All right, so this one's going to come out 30 mils. It's going to come down 40. All right. And we're going to extend it all the way into this wall. All right, that seemed to work. And that one, we want to duplicate that one straight across there, if we can. There we go. That does not look level to me. I don't like the lack of precision. That looks better. All right, so that's in. That's a bit so far. All right, so we need more. We need more. So I'm going to copy these. I'm going to duplicate them. And I'm going to bring them down this way. And we're going to go 0 there. And we want it to be, what, 100? Nope, that's not enough. 160. No, 230. There we go. Okay, so they're there. But now, they really do need to be brought up. Or do they need to be brought down? Let's make them so that they are 220 high. Then we're going to bring them up. So there. Okay, so that there. This feels like it is bigger than Ben-Hur, which is why I prefer using TinkerCAD. That's just me. Okay. Might just have to bring that one in a tad. What is it? We'll go 30. There we go. And that one's going to come out. Oh, hang on, it's got to go down. It's got to be 30, that's got to be 40. There we go. Use all that code, guys. This is a bit of a pain. That one's actually got to be 30 mils. 40 mils high. And what did I do? Might undo that. Undo that again. 40. And then we'll bring it down 10 mils. There we go. All right, we're nearly there. This one, I'm going to duplicate and I'm going to drag it over this way. It's going to be 0 there, and it looks like it's going to be about 230 mils there. So that should be a bit of okay. Maybe. Oh, it's not the end of the world. It's much easier to do this on AutoCAD, but it's okay. This one I'm going to duplicate. And I'm going to bring it down. Oh. I'm going to bring it down. And then I'm going to take it across. Bring it back up a bit. So I'm happy with it. Happy-ish. Oh my goodness. Stretch that one out a bit. There we go. Duplicate that one. Don't really want that one there. That's okay. Put it here. And drag it up. There. Drag this side out. Drag that side in a bit. Okay, so we've got timber there, so I'm looking for 2 more pieces of wood. Duplicate that one. And drag it down. Alright, that looks close enough. And last one. That one. I'm going to duplicate this one from there across to here. How does that look? Once I have my box, or once I have my frame, I select it all, and I go, I would like it to group, please. And it thinks about it, and then that turns it into a solid object. And you can see where I've made some mistakes because those lines there shouldn't be there. Now, if you wanted to turn this into, to render this one, it's not rendering. I wonder what we can do with, you can play around with some custom colors if you want. So it's semi-rendered. Here we have some tonal shading, which is good. I might need to change the settings on this to make it bigger. But what we actually have here, we can have a look at this from the front view. I wonder, there we go. There's a front view. So what we could do is we could take a snip of this. You know what I reckon? I reckon we want to copy this. So let's duplicate this and do a side view, and we'll rotate it 90 degrees. There we go. And we will duplicate it again. Bring it up. Oh, there it is. And rotate that one 90 degrees. So now when we look at it from a front view, what we have is a working diagram. So I could then take my snipping tool, new, and grab this. I can copy that, paste it onto a Word document. It's got to be a bloody big Word document. So we'll go into our layouts, A3, landscape, paste this puppy here. So here we are, we've filled our A3 page. We're going to have to send it to the back. And then I can go ahead and I can install and insert some text boxes for dimensions. So here we can make this one, let's just say we go 400. Now, what we're also supposed to have are some arrows, 400 from here to here. Look at that sexy beast. Okay? And then I'm like, right, well, I need to copy that. And this one here will now be 450. And I'm going to insert another arrow. Give it some heights. Now, while this is technically not the right way of doing it, what we can do is we can label our working diagram. We just need a title. Title usually belongs at the bottom, but we can put it just about wherever we want. Actually, we'll just call it text box. And we can call it step stool frame working diagram. We also need to have your name and the dates. So then we can chuck that up there, or we can chuck it here, or we can chuck it down the bottom. It really doesn't matter, probably up the top. But what it produces for us is so we'll need a text box down here for front view, side view, and top view, or front view, side elevation, and a plan view. And what we need is a series of dimensions for our working diagram. So that is another way that we can go about doing this.